Once upon a time, in a small village near a dense forest, there lived a kind and hardworking woodcutter named Thomas. He would wake up early every morning to chop wood and sell it in the village. But lately, the forest was thinning, and finding good trees to chop was becoming harder. One day, Thomas ventured deeper into the forest than he ever had before. After hours of walking, he stumbled upon a large, beautiful tree that shimmered with a faint golden glow. It was unlike any tree he had seen before. As Thomas raised his axe to chop the tree, a gentle voice stopped him. "Please, kind woodcutter, do not harm me," the tree said. Startled, Thomas looked around, realizing the voice was coming from the tree itself. The tree continued, "I am a magical tree. If you spare me, I will grant you 3 wishes." Thomas, still surprised but intrigued, lowered his axe. "3 wishes?" he asked, his eyes wide with curiosity. Thomas thought carefully. He lived a simple life, but his family often struggled with hunger. "For my first wish, I want enough food to always feed my family," he said. The tree glowed, and suddenly baskets of fresh fruits, vegetables, and bread appeared before him. Thomas hurried back to the village, sharing the food with his family and neighbors. Everyone was amazed by his generosity, and the village celebrated that night. But Thomas still had 2 more wishes. Days passed, and though the food helped, Thomas still had to work hard chopping wood. He wished he could provide a better life for his children. So he returned to the magical tree and said, "For my second wish, I want my children to have an education so they can have better opportunities in life." Once again, the tree shimmered and glowed. When Thomas returned to his village, there stood a beautiful new school at the edge of the village. The children were excited, and soon, they began learning things Thomas had never imagined. With the new school and abundant food, the village began to thrive. Families from neighboring villages visited, wanting to learn and share in the prosperity. Thomas became a beloved figure in the village, admired for his wisdom and kindness. Though Thomas was happy, he still had one wish left. He pondered what would be best for his family and village. He didn't want to be selfish. After many sleepless nights, he returned to the magical tree. Standing before the glowing tree, Thomas spoke softly. "For my final wish, I want peace and happiness for everyone in my village, so no one ever has to struggle again." The tree's light grew even brighter, and a warm, calming breeze swept through the forest. From that day on, there was a special feeling in the village. The villagers were kind to one another, helped each other in times of need, and lived in harmony. It seemed as if the tree's magic had made the entire village a happier place. Years passed, and the story of the magical tree became a village legend. Some people searched for the tree, hoping to find it and make their own wishes, but no one ever found it again. Only Thomas knew its true location, and he promised never to reveal the secret. As Thomas grew older, he often visited the magical tree, not to ask for more wishes, but to thank it for all it had done. The tree's leaves would rustle gently, as if responding to his gratitude.